How many people would like to solve the Rubik's Cube? This is something that's fairly simple and can amaze your friends. From just a few simple moves, you can solve this cube from any color combination. With practice, you can solve this cube in under a minute. I'm actually going to show you today how to solve the cube using the layer method. First, we're going to solve for the top, which is going to be the cross. Then we're going to move the middle pieces in. That will solve for the T on each side. Then we'll move to the middle layer. Then finally we'll finish up with the top layer. So to start out with, we're going to choose the green side. Most everything kind of tells you to pick a side. Most instructions that I've read, they've always picked the green. So we'll start with that and start moving it in to solve for the top. Okay, so this gets us our T right here. Green across the top. Now we're going to move the corner pieces in. What we're doing here is we're looking for the corners that will match so that we can move those up. Okay, so that brings us yellow and the reds. We'll do this all the way around. Okay, our last corner piece here. Okay, so that brings the T all the way around. This solves the first layer. Now we're going to turn the cube over. We're going to solve for the second layer. This puts the blue on the top. And what we're looking for here is something like an orange here, right here. Yellow is on top. We know that yellow needs to come over here because here's the centerpiece. So we're going to hold it like this and move it over. Okay, so that moves it into place. Okay, at this point we've actually got a little piece where we have to kind of move a couple out of the way so that we can move our pieces where they need to go. So let's just do that real quick. Okay, so close that up. Allow just to finish this up here. And we'll move our last piece in. Okay, so that solves for the center layer all the way around. We have layers 1 and 2 complete. Now we need to move to the top, and what we're going to do here is solve for a cross across the top, and we're looking for kind of an L shape here. And if you find it, sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't. And if you do have it, you want to have where the L shape is pointing away from you. If not, you'll just have to do this one move, just one extra time, just to kind of get it in place. But since that's there, what we're going to do is start with the cross across the top. Have a little cheat sheet here because as I'm talking, I kind of forget a couple of things, and I apologize for that. So with the cross here, we're going to see front, right, upper, right, upper, left. And you sometimes have to do the same move a couple of times. Throughout all this, you'll have to do it a couple of times, the same thing to move pieces around where you need them to go. So front, right, upper, right. Okay, so that gets the cross across the top. You'll see a blue cross here. Okay, so now what we need to do is get these pieces, center pieces, where they need to go. So you can kind of move them around just to kind of see if anything matches up. Okay, so we have the whites and the red match up. The yellows do not and the orange do not. So we know that we're going to move these two pieces around. So at this point we can start that. Okay, there we go. Yellow's in place, red's in place, white's in place, orange in place. And we still have our cross across the top. The second to the last thing we need to do is get the corner pieces put into place. Move those to where they actually need to go. And you can kind of look around and see if anything looks right. So like we have red, yellow, and blue that's actually in the correct place. I know it's kind of hard to see with the camera, but we can move these to the point where we hold it to the right, because this one is in the right place, so we're going to leave it there. And we're going to move all these three others. So upper, right, upper, left, upper, right, upper, left. Okay. I'll show you here one second what I'm actually saying. It's a little combination, it's an algorithm to move these pieces. So we look around here and still haven't got them in place, so we'll do that again. Okay, so that puts in another piece that moves everything kind of where it's supposed to go. Now we have just two pieces that need to be flipped. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our thumb right here on the orange. We're going to work on this piece here and we're going to flip it. So just a set of repetitious moves here that I'm doing. We'll move the other one and get it into place. And there we go. A completely solved Rubik's Cube. Now, kind of recap what we did. Was the first thing we picked the green color. We solved for the cross, moved the corner pieces into place, and then that actually solved for the T. We turned it over. We solved for the center piece, we solved for the top cross piece, and then got the middle pieces right over the center pieces that they belong to. Got the corner pieces in the correct locations, then we flipped the corner pieces, and then it's solved. This is something that's actually pretty simple, pretty fun. I've spent a lot of time kind of messing around with one of these. You can actually in the box that this comes in, there's a set of instructions. I've actually written it on a piece of paper just kind of make it a little easier. There's also a couple of websites you can go to. You can just type in solve Rubik's Cubes and it'll pretty much use the layer method. The layer method is what everybody kind of starts out with, kind of the beginner way of solving one of these, and pretty fun. Now, with all this new learned knowledge, why don't you go out, get your Rubik's Cube, learn how to solve one of these, and amaze your friends. Thank you.